How do you usually hear Columbia students described as from other people?
Art students?
Mutants from another world.
I think a lot of people assume it's really easy.
Columbia has been known as one of the drug capitals on the north side.
I've heard a few people say that most people they know that go here don't really know what they're doing.
Do you think that the way most of the students here dress really reflects who they really are?
Aside from the art departments, people kind of have this whole fashion notion going, whether it's, you know, I'm rap or I'm wearing black and I'm really depressed. I mean, it's all a fashion notion, really, aside from the people who are very genuine, involved in the mass media, like TV and English and stuff. They're just regular people.
I don't think the way people look really has much to do with who they are.
Nonconformist. God, I think that no matter what you do, I mean, if you conform and you're a certain way and you're dressed a certain way, then, I mean, people call that conforming. But there again, I think if you don't dress a certain way and you try to be an independent and just try to be a certain, you try to be everything that everybody else is not, then you're conforming also, because a lot of people are doing that.
Conformity as a whole, though, I mean, you can be an individual and still conform to some style.
Well, yeah, what's the bigger conformity? You know, it's the little fish, big fish thing. There's always one bigger that you can conform to, but I agree, there's, no matter what, you're conforming to something. There's no originality. I don't know who, someone great said that.
Nonconformist. Nonconformists are persecuted in our society. Nonconformist is Hitler. Nonconformist is Manson. Nonconformist is Gacy. Those are also sociopaths. So I guess that's the true meaning of a nonconformist, if you want to get down to it.
Or
It's like
that I feel comfortable in.
Intellectual, you have to wear an Oxford sweater, smoke a pipe, and have patches on your sleeves.
And go to Loyola.
No matter what you do, as far as I'm concerned, you're a conformist.
Do you ever try to hide or mask the real you from other people to see?
Yes.
Why?
So that they don't ask questions and don't disturb me. Try to prevent getting any sort of reaction.
Oh yeah, everyone does. I mean, I would be a liar if I said I didn't. I would like to show the real self of me, but I suppose I mask it between the way I act, the way I dress, I suppose, the way I think, any of that stuff.
Not usually. I tend to be a quiet person when I don't know people, you know, like when you're on the L or something. And I guess you know, a lot of people are. But sure, I guess people change when they're in different atmospheres. But no, I don't, you know, I don't become a different person.
Is it important to you what other people think of you?
Not usually.
Sure, I think it is for everybody. I think it matters what people think. You know, to an extent. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, go jump off a bridge if somebody tells me to.
Not really. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. But then again, when it comes down to it, I sort of care about certain people, like maybe my girlfriend, my mom, or, you know, just the real basics.
It's important to know, for me, what other people think.
Do you think people in general are too judgmental?
No, I used to think that everyone was too judgmental, but it seems that lately I've been dealing less with that sort of thing.
I think they are, but, you know, I think that I'm just as bad sometimes as everybody else. You know, you walk down the street and you see a bum and you're going to, you know, you judge them.
How would you describe yourself socially? Are you more of like a party animal, or do you keep to yourself?
Everything, basically. I try to be everything, you know, good or bad. Partying's okay, I suppose. Being smart's okay. I think everything's best to be all of the above.
People at Columbia. I assume that people at Columbia are party animals. I don't know.
No, I tend to lock myself inside a lot.
Lock yourself inside?
Yeah, in my apartment, just close the windows and put bars over and lock the doors.
Punk. Punk is an ideology created in the 70s. It's fashion. It's That's all it is. Okay music too.
An attitude.
New wave.
There's nothing at all that I associate with that.
New wave, Gary Newman. New wave, slick back hair, Devo. New wave, I don't know, the new wave of music, new wave of art, new wave of anything.
Preppy.
Argyle.
Alligator.
Argyle. Deck shoes.
I think of my awful high school and all these so-called preppy people there that hated me for no apparent reason.
Jock.
Strat.
I think of beer, the Bears game. I don't know.
Underground music scene.
Underground music scene, that's kind of weird too. Underground music scene, it is and it isn't. Underground music scene nowadays is now above ground. True underground music scene is trying to be kept underground and no one wants to hear about it. And the people who like it don't want anyone to know anything about it. That's underground, truly.
Techno pop.
Computers.
Annoying.
Machines making music. That's what it is. That's what it should be.
Pop music.
Barry Manilow. The Beatles.
Pop should be noise. Pop should be as noisy as hell. Pop should be major progressions with lots of noise. If it's not pop.
A poser. Paul McCartney.
Fake. Bogus.
I don't like people who call people posers because, you know, they don't know what's really inside the person, you know. So, I don't know. A poser's really tough. I mean, I think you have to be God to be inside that person to say that they're a poser, you know?
We're all posers. I'm a poser, you're a poser, your mom's a poser. Posers are anyone who just tries to be what they're not. That's all.
Heavy metal.
Motley Crue, dude.
Big hair.
Hair extension.
A
Yeah.
lot of hair.
I don't know, all these words have come to mean very close to nothing.
Well, how big a part does music play in your life? Does it play a big part?
Music's me. I mean, music's everything. Everything I do is music. Everything I like is music or related to music. It ties everything together for me. It's brought my life together.
It's a big part of my life. I listen to music a lot.
I love you this much.
Big part? About that big?
A lot.
About the size of an LP.
Like, who are your favorite groups?
Favorite groups?
I heard this new band called This Mortal Coil.
I like Christian Death.
Anything from Patsy Cline to Throbbing Gristle.
I've been listening to Nurse with Wound and Current 93 a lot lately.
I like their old stuff. I mean, their new stuff's really getting commercial.
Psychedelic Furs. But that's a long time ago.
Well, do you think, like, bands, do they get better with age? Or do they just basically sell out and make whatever music the people are buying?
It's always nice to have something that's kind of your own, yourself, something that you like. And then when you turn around and it's on top 40 and then everybody's listening to it, it kind of takes something that was your identification away from you.
I don't care if the music's good or not, as long as a band remains creative. I think that's important. And a lot of bands don't, like the Rolling Stones, for example.
What do you think of classical?
I like a lot of classical music, but there's also a whole lot of it that I don't like. I don't know, sometimes it's just too sporadic.
Great.
Actually, yeah, I probably listen to classical music as much as I listen to... I've been hearing Hound Dog Taylor.
Classical, I love the music, I hate the attitude. It's just like heavy metal in reverse. They're very snide, very closed-minded. You would not see someone like me at a classical concert.
Are there any top 40 groups that you like?
I don't even know what top 40 is anymore.
Madonna. It really doesn't matter as long as it's good. I think every single band in the world has a lot of good stuff to offer, as long as they're real and not created.
I like Howard Jones, and I like The Police, and I like Billy Idol, and you know, I still listen to Madonna.
And
Rick Astley? Well, why is everybody laughing? Why is everybody laughing?
Do you think, as in many things, we are compelled to like certain music better if it's hard to get at?
Oh yeah, it's just like anything. I mean, something you've got to make an effort for, in my mind, is probably either better or at least an equivalent of something more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think the way you feel about some of your favorite bands would change if, say, you constantly hear them played on the radio?
Yeah, because I won't listen to
Yeah.
them. Well, no, because I don't listen. Well,
yeah, I don't listen to the radio.
Radio, so I wouldn't.
That sounds really bad, but I don't even listen to the radio, per se.
I really don't listen to radio that much.
Never do. I don't listen to the radio.
Never.
Oh yeah. Those little, this microphone on the floor could be art, but you didn't put it as that aesthetic. So then again, it's not. It's how you present something, basically.
Painting is the big.
I think anything can be manipulated to be art, let's say.
Yeah.
Some things look pretty cool, I'll give them that, you know, I mean, if they can make it look cool and decent and something I want to stick in my living room or whatever. As for the flag on the floor, I mean, you know, this is all personal opinion, but I think that dude was like an asshole, and I think that it was in bad taste, I really do. I mean, you know, sure, there's freedom of speech, but, and, you know, I'm with it all the way, but, I mean, on top of that, I think he's a jerk.
I don't see what was wrong with the display, and I really don't think that a ruckus should have been caused about it.
Art and politics is something, I guess if it's presented properly, I don't know who's to judge that, but it's got to be presented in the right manner. Otherwise, it's just verbal masturbation.
The government, through the embodiments of like legislature, judiciary, and presidency, have the right to like channel the funds wherever they want, but it's just indicative of like the general conservative trend in this country that they're like saying no art schools who are going to deface the flag can have money. You know what I mean? They have like constitutional right to put their money wherever they want.
Right. Art should go too far. Art should go as far as possible. Art should reach everywhere. I don't care how offensive it is. I think that's important because if art doesn't go any further, it's not going to stretch anywhere.
But who has the right to say what is going too far?
Everyone, but no one has the right to stop someone else.
I mean, the
Can't tell them not
point
to do
is that art is a personal thing. We don't know why the person created that piece, and therefore, since we do not know this person, how can we judge whether their art is justified or not?
Why black?
Actually, it'd be more fun if they were green and pink. Well, it's a fashion, sadly. I think they're just trying to represent some sort of bohemian subculture, which they aren't, never will be, never have been often. I mean, bohemians to me were just a bunch of just crazed, drug-addled maniacs in the early '60s who didn't have the money that their parents are giving them now. This black was this whole representation of, what was it? Eastern European cultures, you know, early Bohemia, that sort of thing.
I don't know. It's just, it's there.
It started in the Eastern European, the whole idea of like Poland, Lithuania. They only wear drab colors. Are they punk rock? I don't think so. People should wear black if it looks good on them. You know, black's just something that you can paint your body black. It's not going to make you any different. You know, I think people should wear stripes. I don't know.
What do you think you'll end up doing after you graduate from Columbia?
Probably exactly what I'm doing now.
Which is?
Just about nothing.
Starving. Yeah, me too. I'm starving now.
I'd like to be a writer. I'd also like to be involved in TV. I'd like to be involved in music. I like to be involved in too many things. Probably just I like to be able to honestly express myself and accomplish what I'd like.
I'm interested in cinematography. I'm interested in music videos. You know, I still have a little more time, and I'm just gonna feel things out and get an idea. I mean, you know, I haven't made a decision.
I'm gonna go live on a horse farm.
Rick Astley? Well, why is everybody laughing?
Everybody's listening to it. It kind of takes something that was your identification away from you.
My awful high school and all these so-called preppy people there that hated me for no apparent reason.
Music should be something you like. It should have nothing to do with what's on the radio or what you're exposed to. It's sad that people only get exposed to certain things.